They see I ate it up like food. She came, she ate, and she ain't leave no crumbs up on the plate.
Peace. What it do, Capricorn gang? Welcome to the channel. I am A-Tone. This is A-Tone Tarot. You are tuned in for your 10-day forecast. We will be tapping in, looking at the first 10 days of November as it relates to the blessings coming your way. I'll be using the Everyday Witch Tarot to break down your message, pulling 10 cards from this, clarifiers as needed, and I'll be closing out your message with this Inner Wisdom Compass Oracle deck. So without further ado, Capricorn, let's get up into your message. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus as it relates to the first 10 days of November. What do my Capricorns have coming as it relates to the good stuff, the blessings coming your way? If you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. I hope all is well with you guys. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. I do 10-day breakdowns throughout the month for all signs, tapping into different topics. And I do an all signs energy check-in at the top of the month. So November was just posted. You can go check that out. But let's see what blessings are coming to my Capricorn in the first 10 days of November. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Spirit. What do my Capricorns have coming as it relates to their blessings? I know that's right, Capricorn. I like it. Let's see how it unfolds. Let's see what we got. As it relates to blessings from our Capricorn collective. Last card, please. Here we go. I'll tell you what, again, it hasn't failed. This Eight of Cups, it done made an appearance, I think, in damn near every sign. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's get into your spread, Capricorn, for the first 10 days of November as it relates to your blessings. Your spread, you have the Knight of Swords, Judgment, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Cups, the Magician, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, Temperance, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. And as far as what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords. So it really seems as if I'm talking to a Capricorn collective who made the decision to be happy. You made a decision. Someone said, you know what? I decide. And because I decide, I will. I'm not stuck. I'm not stagnant. I don't have to stay anywhere that I don't want to be. I'm out. Or, I'll stay put until I'm ready to go. Like, I'm really picking up on a Capricorn collective who is deciding what they want their life to look like. You are definitely stepping into a position of being the co-creator of your life and understanding how powerful manifestation and focus on yourself and meditating, praying, and being balanced and grounded in a certain way. Capricorn, you really are seeing how that thing is going to materialize and bring forth a certain amount of joy and abundance in your life, right? But I will say there is here's some people or things that are trying to rear their ugly head and knock you off your square. Capricorn, don't let them. Don't let them take you out your happy place, right? And I say that because we got this Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse is revisiting an emotional trauma that was heavy, like a loss. Maybe dealing with the loss of a loved one and having to go deep and deal with that because maybe you didn't deal with it when it happened. Right? We all grieve differently. My condolences to you for those of you who have lost someone and you're starting to realize, like, you might have been stuck in a certain place with this person and not ready to let go or move forward in such a way because you were still sitting in a place in your grief that was not allowing you to receive happiness. But you're coming out of that, right? Yeah, some of my Capricorns have lost some significant figures in their life, and initially when it happened, you didn't necessarily deal with it. You kind of went on autopilot. Yeah, you went on autopilot. You went into a mode of doing what was necessary just to keep and hold yourself together, right? You did what was necessary just to stay in the pocket. But now it really seems like you got some breathing room Capricorn, and you're able to revisit that loss in a healthy way. In a healthy way, like you have now time to do it, because like I said, I'm not stuck. That's the message and the blessing that I got right away from my Capricorn. You decided, you say, you know what, I'm not stuck. I'm not going to stay stuck in sadness. I'm not going to stay stuck in brokenness. I'm not going to stay stuck in bullshit. I'm not going to stay stuck in other people's complaints and grievances all the damn time. I'm out. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm dealing with me. I'm going to balance me out. I'm going to get the things that I want out of life. Right, with this 9 of Cups, my Capricorns made a wish, and that wish will be granted, because my Capricorns know how to manifest and move some things around the board, baby. Damn sure do. Damn sure do. Forget what you thought you knew about me, is what I'm picking up from my Capricorns. Right, with this Queen of Swords being in reverse, that's really turning into the Queen of Swords in reverse is a person who don't really care about nobody's feelings. They only care about the facts. They only care about the facts. They only care about the truth. With this Ace of Swords, and fuck your feelings. I don't care about none of that. Like I said, very not rigid, but I think I said this for the all signs. My Capricorns and their boundaries and how you show up is very tempered, very even keel. You're not overly excited, and you ain't underly excited either. You right in the middle. You play in the middle, and it's making some people uncomfortable. Like when people can't read you or get a read on you, it makes them uncomfortable, and you see it. You see the uncomfortableness in the person. You see how unsettled they are just by way of you maybe telling a very simple truth. Just telling the truth has some people uncomfortable. And pretending as if they're okay with receiving the truth with the 7 of Swords being here, but they not. They not. They're uncomfortable. This is it's almost like when Kanye West got on national television and said George Bush don't like black people. Mike Myers was very uncomfortable with that truth being out in the open like that. It's giving that type of energy. And he smiled through it and acted like everything was fine, but he was very much uncomfortable with Kanye going rogue like that. Yeah, that's what this Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords is kind of giving. Like, if you made somebody uncomfortable by telling a very hard, uncomfortable, unwelcome truth. Oh, well, it is what it is. And that truth is probably wrapped around some sense of you deciding and claiming your power from people, places, and things that are accustomed to having you chained and shackled. But you said, no, hell no, no more, no more. No, you are not. The 8 of Swords in reverse is the woman taking off that blindfold, saying, no, I'm good. I don't have time to be chained to this desk anymore. I don't have time to be chained to sadness. I don't have time to be chained to you complaining about your life and you don't want to do nothing about it, right? Like, I'm picking up on a Capricorn collective who is wanting to surround themselves with people, places, and things of how they want their life to look, right? Why would you listen to someone about money as far as money advice if that person's financial life is not set up how you want yours to be? Like, if you looking at them and they're struggling to pay their rent, you can't take financial advice from a person like that. So you don't want nothing to do with that. You're removing yourself from people like that who are trying to advise you about your life, but their life ain't nothing like what you want your life to look like. So why would you take advisement on what to do next or how to shape your life from people whose lives don't look nothing like the life you want? And I'm saying it like that for a reason. Not that that person's life is in shambles or it don't look good. It just don't look how you want your life to look, Capricorn. So you're deciding, yeah, I'm not going to listen to them no more. I'm not listening to that. I mean, you'll hear them. You'll let the words come out of their mouth, but you're not taking any advisement from them. You're taking it with a grain of salt, whatever they say. And you're real cool, calm, and collected with this Temperance card being there. They don't even know that you don't give a good goddamn what they talking about. They don't even know it. You might have zoned out of the conversation 2-3 times before the conversation was fully over. And they didn't even realize it because you kept a straight face and was like, and just sat there and listened and heard it, but you ain't dealing with that. You ain't dealing with that. You don't want to hear it. And with this 8 of Cups being in reverse, like I said, you are deciding to create space and psychological safety and room and time for you to deal with a traumatic, emotional moment in your life that you might not have given space to. And it could be a few things. It could have been a few things that hit at once, all at once, that you kind of, like I said, you went into autopilot because you had to, you know. they say when it rains, it pours, right? It's not just one loss that you need to reflect and review and grieve. You probably have a few of them that you had to muscle through and just keep pushing through, despite loss after loss after loss. But now, right now, in this first 10 days of November, you're deciding, Capricorn, yeah, I'm not just muscling through anymore. I'm not going to put myself on autopilot for the sake of getting to the next struggle. I'm tired of that. You ain't doing that no more. You, with this Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, as far as what you don't see coming, Two of Swords is about decision making, pondering a very difficult decision, right? So what you don't see coming, you may be put in a position where you have to make a decision about something, where you walk away from something that once was and you walk into something that you wanted, something that you want, that you wished for, with this Nine of Cups. And not only you wish for it, you might have done some candle work, some type of manifestation to get it. Like you really are, you know, wanting this thing real bad. And it's looking like you're going to get there. You're going to get there. Little by little, a little becomes a lot, Capricorn. And I love this for you. But we're going to clarify these eights, this Eight of Swords in the reverse, as well as that Eight of Cups in reverse. I want to see what's up with those two. And then we will close out your message with the Inner Wisdom Compass. Let's see why this Eight of Swords is here for my... Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Why is this Eight of Swords here in reverse for my Capricorn? If you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. And I would like to say, if this is not your message, if it ain't resonating, click off, move on. If it don't apply, let it fly, you know? But if it does, let me know in the comment what's going on with you. I would love to hear it. But let's see what's up with this Eight of Swords in reverse for my Capricorns. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Here we go. So the Eight of Swords in reverse was clarified by the Sun. The Five of Coins in reverse, as well as the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Sun clarifying the Eight of Swords in reverse is, again, this Eight of Swords in reverse, I said, that's my Capricorns becoming unstuck, ripping the blindfold off and start, you know, slashing away with these swords that are around her. Start taking advantage of the resources and the weapons that are at your disposal. That's what you will begin to do in the first 10 days of November. You decide to become unstuck as it relates to your blessing. And you got the Sun. That is the best part of this message, right? Is that you decide to become unstuck and you take that blindfold off. And some things that were taken from you with this Five of Coins, this Five of Coins in reverse, things that were taken from you that you lost, it could be a car, a job, a house, they're going to be returned. Some things are going to be returned to you just by way of you saying, I will not be stuck anymore, because I'm coming for everything that they took from me, right? And the Four of Coins in reverse, that is you possibly investing a little bit of money to get some money back, right? For whatever it is. I don't know. You might have to spend $50 on an application to apply for a loan of $5,000. So that is that Four of Coins in reverse with this Five of Coins in reverse with this Sun clarifying that Eight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, something positive is going to come of this realization and this decision that you make, Capricorn, to not remain stagnant anymore and to move forward. A lot of things are going to start to flow into your proximity, into your environment, Capricorn. Money, laughter, well wishes, support that you didn't even know you had. Like, once you decide that you're not going to be stuck, stagnant, and sitting, waiting on validation or approval from outsiders to do what it is you want to do, everything just starts flowing like water from that point. But let's see what's up with this Eight of Cups in reverse. Why is this Eight of Cups here? Okay, so the Eight of Cups in reverse was clarified by the Four of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So you are studying something, learning something with this Page of Swords. You're, whether it be the people around you, an actual skill class or a study course, you're studying, learning something, right? That with this Four of Cups is going to create an opportunity for you in the future. You can't really see it right now, Capricorn. You might even be a little stressed about how you're going to manage the juggle of learning this new thing while maintaining your current thing, right? But no worries, you're going to get the support and celebration and cheerleading all along the way, Capricorn. You're going to get some cheerleaders around you saying you can do this, you got this, Capricorn. You continue to move forward. Don't stay stuck. Those people, that tribe of individuals that is going to help shoulder some of this hurt will show up for you in the first 10 days of November, Capricorn. So no worries about wondering how you're going to make everything happen, how you're going to get through some of the emotional hurts that you've had to deal with. And honestly, I say you had to deal with it. It feels like you've been ignoring it, but it's almost like you know, or you decide like, yeah, I need to deal with this so that I can move forward with a certain amount of bounce and lightness. But let's see what message and direction Spirit has for my Capricorn to close out your message. What closing message do we have from Spirit for my Capricorns? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Spirit, what's Capricorn's closing message? All right, so you receive hatred, refresh, recharge. It's your time, Capricorn. All right, so hatred. This one is interesting because, again, I think this might be why you decide to not stay stuck anymore, because you were probably recognizing and realizing some of the hatred that was bubbling up inside of you. You were feeling like life is not fair because maybe some of the losses that you've had to take over the years, and you sensed a certain amount of bitterness and hatred that was filling up inside you. And that is a part of the reason why you say, you know what, I cannot be stuck here, and I can't let this hate overtake me, because it's your time to get up and go and shine. Your loved ones and some of these losses that you've taken or loss that you've taken, Capricorn, that person would not want you to stay angry, mad, and stagnated in a position of bitterness and allowing hate to overtake you. They don't want that for you. They want you to shine and get up and go, because it is your time. It is your time. You need to refresh and recharge. Designate time for yourself to, like I said, heal and deal with the loss that you might have encountered in the past that you just muscled through. But it's your time now to deal with it, to like I said, refresh, recharge yourself, sit with it. Understand that life has ebbs and flows. You know what I mean? Dips and highs. Things happen, and we can only understand them as far as our earthly knowledge will take us. And you need to allow room for some level of acceptance of that so that you can go forth and be prosperous, Capricorn. Because I'm really picking up on some Capricorn collectives who might be a little angry at God. You know what I mean? You may not want to articulate and say that out loud because it's such a bad thing to say. But, you know, in all honesty, I can say that I have been mad at God before. I have, like, things have not shaken out in my life the way that I really, really wanted them to. I mean, I prayed on it. I was really hoping, begging, please, please, please. And it just did not work out that way. And because I didn't get what I wanted, I was angry at my creator. Like, how could you do this to me? Right? And because I was angry at my creator, and our arms are not long enough to box with God, we can't fight God. You start fighting people around you. You start fighting and resisting even things that were a joy to you at one point. You might have found it to be exciting to decorate during the holidays, and now you can't even find the energy to do it. So don't allow this energy of hatred to overtake you, Capricorn. Because it says hatred is like a cancer. It destroys you from the inside out. And I think my Capricorns are realizing that. And that's why this came up as a blessing, because that realization has set in. And once you realize and accept, you know, God's will be done, and whatever shall be, and you understand that you are a part of his plan in whatever shape, form, or fashion, and you got to play this thing out to the end, you just keep it pushing. And you know what I mean? And understand that whatever loss you might have taken, and I do say loss with bunny ears quotation, because it's not really a loss. It's making space for bigger, better, beautiful things. And as it relates to the loss of individuals, energy don't die. So, you know, while they may not be on this earthly plane with us anymore, physically, you can't touch them, they're always with you. Their essence is there. They're listening, they're watching, they're protecting, they're guiding, they're giving you opportunity to cry, to miss them, and to even talk to them. Right? And understand that this is a part of life, and you will be all right. And maybe, you know, not for nothing, again, you'll be able to see that silver lining in the dark cloud in the first 10 days of November. And until next time, that is your message, Capricorn. Peace.